In part A of this assignment, we're going to make a production plan. So when you open the Excel file, you will see part A and part B. So in part A, I have an outline for a production plan. Okay? So on the left column, we have months from January to December. And then we have total demand in terms of the numbers of products demanded. So for example, total demand in January is 404, in February 471, in March 475, etc. And the total demand is 5,679. Now this demand is met by supply. So supply comes from regular production. So these cells tell us how many units we make during regular production time in these months. Okay? So currently total production is 0. Then when total production is not enough, we can make products during overtime. Okay? And even like when that's not enough either, we can outsource manufacturing or subcontract. And these are the amounts that we subcontract. Okay? So total supply is the sum of these three columns: regular production plus production during overtime plus subcontracting. So this is the total supply. Now, when our production increases or decreases, we incur costs. So this column measures how much our production increases from month to month. And this column captures how much our production decreases from month to month. In addition, we have the amount of inventory. So we hold inventory when supply exceeds demand. And there's backlog. Backlog means customers demanded products, but we didn't have enough production and inventory. So that demand carries over to the next month. And that is backlog. For example, in this case, our production is 0. We have no inventories. So customers demand 404 units. So all of that demand carries to the next month. And the next month, again, we have demand, but no production, no inventories. So the backlog grows. So these are the production numbers. Okay, and then there are costs. So every unit we make costs $1 when it's made during regular production time. But production cost goes to $1.50 during overtime, and when we subcontract, every unit costs $2. Now, an increase in production capacity costs $2 per unit, and a decrease in production capacity costs $1 per unit. And when we hold inventory, it costs $1 per unit, and then backlog, each unit costs $2. Okay? So, and then these are the total costs. Okay, so the total cost is basically the total here over 12 months times $1 unit cost, and that gives us the total cost of production during regular time. Here we have the total amount produced during overtime across 12 months times $1.50 total cost of production during overtime, and so on and so forth. And when we add up these demands, what we have is the total cost of this production plan. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to assign different amounts of demand for each student. Okay? So we're going to go proceed like this. I'm going to click in this cell and type equals rand between open parenthesis 400 comma 600. Okay, close parenthesis, enter. So, and then I'm gonna come to the lower right hand corner and then click and drag. Okay, so these are random numbers between 400 and 600, and everybody is probably going to have different numbers. Okay, so I'm going to copy these random numbers, demand numbers, right click, copy. I'm going to copy them here. So, but when I copy them, I'm going to copy only the values. Okay, so I'm going to click and copy. Okay, so then I'm going to select the entire. Before that, let me erase these. Okay, we don't need these numbers anymore. So I select the entire production plan, including this warning here: supply is less than demand. I'm going to copy this. Okay. Below here, I'm going to say paste, okay, and then I'm going to copy it again. Sorry, copy this, paste, okay, and paste. Okay, so I will have the exact same production plan 3 times. Okay, so how come 3 times? So in the first production plan, I'm gonna use level strategy. In the second production plan, I'm gonna use chase strategy. And in the final production plan, I'm going to use hybrid strategy.